Next show we're going to be talking about is Saiyuki Reload Blast. This is another one of my shows.
Is this a sequel? Or somewhere in the lines of like another one? Because it seems like the characters... Okay. I was about to say, yeah. I think the characters are familiar to me.
Yes.
Okay.
So the synopsis for this one is, at last, the Sanzo party has arrived in India. In this foreign land where the anomaly's influence runs rampant, their battles only heighten their violence. And also awaiting them is their tragic fate from 500 years ago. What will they find at the end of their long, treacherous journey? So, are they immortal? The trailer got my attention. Every time I see Saiyuki, it reminds me of that one show that kind of reminds me of Trigun that I could never get into, and I always start it, and then the first episode I'm like, I can't watch it. So this is the third time. This is the third time where I see the trailer and I'm like, that looks awesome. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna not like the first episode, and then I'm gonna leave it behind again. But it always gets me, so I'm gonna check it out again.
So I know like the overall arcing kind of story in general with this, because it's the old tale of the monkey, basically that like it's been a long time. Don't get me wrong, it's been a long time since I've heard the actual story for this. But I want to say it was I know it was a monkey, and I want to say it got in trouble with one of the gods, and basically got a headband put on it that would like put it in like control or something like that. There's a lot of things. Like I know, for instance, like that pole that kid has is like a extending kind of pole.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like little niches and things that I remember from this, and I know like the blonde-haired dude is the priest that ends up basically is in control of the kid looking there that has the pole, because he's the monkey in human form, basically. And so again, I remember Saiyuki. I remember each of these that have come out, because that's why when I recognize the characters, I saw that, and I Saiyuki, I'm like, I remember that. I don't remember where I remember that. It's been a long time since like the last one came out, hasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably might have forgotten about like that. You know, it's probably been a long time. If people have probably watched it, they're probably going to have to rewatch like the previous ones just to refresh their memory about what's actually happened up to that point. If it's actually continuing.
Yeah, I think there was a gap between Saiyuki and Saiyuki Reload. Maybe that's why it's called Reload, because it was like, we've been out of episodes for a long time, so now let's just load it back up with a new series. Yeah. And then this one probably hasn't been that much of a gap, but
it still has been a gap, I imagine.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, is it still done by the same people?
I don't think. This studio,
I wouldn't imagine.
It's Platinum Vision, and all I've done before is Servamp. So it's kind of not looking good.
Yeah.
I didn't like Servamp, but I don't know. It's I haven't been able to like this site hasn't been able to hold my attention. But
maybe they picked it up because they were trying to make a name for themselves and everything. So they might actually try really hard and do some good stuff with this one. But I don't know. Again, this whole series was never one that fully interested me either. So
it's one of them. It's like, even though I maybe watched 2 episodes out of the first episode of the first season, maybe, or the first episode of the Reload, definitely. And I don't know what it is about it. It's like the Trigun. It reminds me of Trigun, and the characters look very unique. And this trailer looks amazing. So I can't not mention it. Like it fully has my attention, and I'm definitely watching the first episode. But whether I keep up with it, with my track record, I'm just gonna watch the first episode. This is another show where the concept isn't as out there as the other shows that I've seen, but with their track record, I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what they.
But the overall storyline for it definitely intrigues me, because this is definitely like another one where it's like kind of like with those monster